The Xperts Podcast with the property experts. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host too stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the Metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland Property Xperts, baby, UPX.
What's going on, fellow Uplanders? Welcome to episode 200 of the Upland Property Xperts Podcast.
Wait a second. How did I not remember that it was episode 200?
Because you were sleep deprived and worked to death last week, so it's fair enough.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Well, virtual high five, brother. Episode 200. Dude, that's insane.
Yes, it is. And a lot of stuff going on. Totem Pass exchange happened this week. Chapter 2 countdown's going on. So here comes the second round. They didn't wait too long. Dak from the URL is going to be here, the Upland Racing League. He's going to be here to talk about the exciting stuff going on. They have race number 3 starting September 15th. So they have that going on, and they got some huge news. I don't know if he'll share here. Got an update on NFLPA legits. Yes, they released it the day after last week's show. It's old news, but we do cover all news here. Well, okay, we don't cover all news, but we cover news here. And same with the Tokyo map assets going on. That challenge is going on also. But yeah, and we got the market update for you. Working on some stuff, some rearranging of stuff. So it's condensed at the moment as we work through some things. So it's good. And glad to see you're back and better.
I mean, I'm back.
I mean, it stressed you out so much you had to shave your goatee.
Okay, so I'm going to let you guys in on a little fun insight. If you've ever seen me with my face shaved, almost 99%, it's because one morning when I was trimming, I messed it up. And then I just go, damn it. And then I shave it all off. So that's exactly what happened the other day. I wasn't really paying attention. I nicked a huge chunk out of my mustache, and I was just like, well, starting over.
Well, you know how they did lines in the side of that eyebrows? You could have lined your mustache all the way across and just started a new trend.
Ooh, next time.
Just try to make it symmetrical. You'll be okay.
That could be interesting. Who knows? That could be a new style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Somebody's got to start it. Might get laughed at for a little bit, but hey, I
mean, I'm used to that, eh?
Afterwards. I was just thinking of something as we were watching the theme song and the intro coming in that people that it just pops up on their browser and starts auto playing or just starts playing it. They're like, oh yeah, I've seen that episode, because they probably don't pay attention to the description or the episode number. And like the same screen pops up each and every week for all our live stuff. So maybe we have to do the intro. That's more work. Writing up a little quick intro to play before the theme song to hook people to keep them watching, so they're not thinking they're watching the same episode at first.
Ooh, I kind of like that though, because then you get the pre-hype. So it's almost like a sneak preview of the behind the scenes. Heck, we could even have the behind the scenes people if they wanted to be on during like a little intro and be like, live from Upland. It's the Upland Property Xperts, and then be like, whatever. I don't know, something.
Blue Devil in the house. Hey,
what? I like that. We could do a little intro and then be like, and then throw on the music, have it going. Everybody's dancing. It's a good time.
What was that show where everybody was like in squares? Or was that Hollywood Squares where they were dancing or tic-tac-toe or whatever it was?
Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I'm never going to have an opportunity to be the middle square, right?
Yeah.
Damn you, Whoopi Goldberg. God, that's dating us.
Wow.
Holy cow. No one cross-checked. If you don't know those references, don't
look it up.
Don't look it up. You'll be.
We're good.
We're good.
All right. Let's jump into it because I know we got a lot to talk about as usual. So we'll go ahead, jump into the market update. Top 10 city floor, Santa Clara jumped up 30%. Last week they were sitting about 23,000 UpX, and they're up to 30,000 UpX. Yeah, Manhattan, London, Rutherford, Santa Clara, and Tokyo are your top 5. Top 10 stayed the same. London, Rutherford flip-flop from last week. Nothing more than that. Now, Arlington's USD shot back up. It dropped down the week before. It shot back.
Yeah, that 350.
Yeah.
Arlington 350.
Yeah, that 350.
Yeah.
Oh, Metaverse Racing Network's in the house.
Wait, I think that's a PM. Does that mean it's a private message?
No, 9:20 p.m. The time came. It just kind of dropped to the bottom line.
That didn't happen.
It didn't happen. It is a PM. Sorry.
Moving on.
Let me have
That's not even what they're called. They would be called DMs.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Oh, dang it. I was like, good thing Cheese wasn't here for that. And of course.
There she is.
Of course. She shows up. What
She's here. Looking at I got to figure out a way to just show week to week, because I know last week it was a 70% difference between it was Arlington's UpX floor and the US dollar floor. This week it's down to 61%, and it's the Bronx. And these are the cities that have the biggest difference between the UpX floor and the US dollar floor price. These are cities that if you're interested in buying in US dollar, it's a great place to buy in these cities and turn around and flip it for UpX. Not the best to do it the other way around. Still trying to figure out how to incorporate this with the other data to analyze cities properly.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the other side of it, it's the lowest. So these are the best places that if you want to buy something for UpX and flip it for US dollars, here's the cities to take advantage of that. You know, Detroit, Rio, Buenos Aires, Sao Paulo, those are Detroit's the best right now at 28% difference from, you can buy something for almost 4,200 UpX.
All right. So here's the data point. You have the data, I have the data. Based on this, what city are you going to recommend somebody buy in, and why?
All right, off of this data right here.
Yep.
What city to buy in and buy? You do have a lot.
I want to buy for UpX and sell for USD. So these are the best ones to do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so which one specifically? If I have 100,000 UpX, which city am I spending it in to get cash out?
I got to pull up the data on the other aspect of it, because Detroit, Rio, and Buenos, they all have solid USD sales, and they're usually selling in those prices. So right now I just rock Detroit, because you have a 28% differential between your UpX and US dollars. And you do have the transaction volume there to support it. It's not like you're in a Rutherford or Manhattan where you have small transactions each month.
Interesting. Yeah, I think in my mind, the volume of the amount of threes, anytime it's at the bottom, that's hard because you can't underbid yourself. But with Buenos Aires, I feel like you get the 38%, so you lose a little bit of percentage. But I feel like that certainty that you're going to be able to flip it would be better, right? Is that?
Because at Buenos, the floors right now is 6,500, and the US dollar floor is $3.99.
So you could undercut that. Like if you're at $3, you're competing with every other $3 property, right? Which could be a mile long. If the floor right now is $3.99 and you put it at $3.90, you are the floor. You're the only floor. So the likelihood of you selling it and selling it quick, I feel like would be higher. Right?
Yeah, that's yeah.
I don't know. That's why it's interesting, because like the bottom four are all floor. Like base. And I just go, that would scare me on how long it's going to take to cycle through.
And really 10% on, on that difference is not that much.
Oh, wow, look at this. From our one and only Zilla. I tried the $3 holler in Detroit and no one bought my props. They went back to burners.
Okay.
Sounds like a young adult nonfiction.
Yeah, but even with that 10% difference, Detroit's at 28%, Buenos is at 38.62, but absolutely you can pop it down to $3.85, $3.90, and you are the floor. List 2 or 3 at a time.
Yeah, I think that's where I would be playing.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like that. All right, 12-week change. Looking back 12 weeks to June 22nd of 2023, 2 weeks after Genesis week. Berlin was released in Genesis week. The floor at that point in time in UpX was 8,800 UpX. Now the floor is 16,000 UpX. So that's a rise of 81.82%.
Yeah, it is. I feel like we were saying something. If the US dollar is getting cheaper, but you're getting more UpX, I think that's bad, right? Because that means they're separating in value, right?
Right.
You want it inversed. You want more. Yeah. Okay. So that's not great, but it's not all the red green.
Yeah. And Berlin's US dollar went right along with that. It didn't grow as fast as its UpX price. It did jump 50.82% from $4.90 to $7.39.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh.
The new people get the great deals and give us cash. I mean, it's called trickle-down economy. Look it up.
Oh, geez. And then the markup percentages. This is the UpX markup percentages. It's gone a little higher. Usually we saw these, somewhere in the 50s, 60s, 70s, or, somewhere in the 60s and 70s. But, we're pushing not too bad from 80 to 90%. So you're seeing an uptick in the UpX floor markup.
Gotcha.
I wanted this one. Yeah, because if you look back, hold on, I gotta unhide stuff.
Oh boy.
Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, but it's trending in the right direction. Where did everybody go? There we go.
What are you doing?
I couldn't find what I was looking for. So the bottom 5 floors
This
in
is
Upland,
why we never trend on podcasts anymore.
Detroit, Sao Paulo, Queens, Rio, and Chicago are still your bottom 5 cities. Everybody but Detroit is over 5,000 UpX. And in the US dollars, everybody's at the $3 holler.
Poor Detroit.
But hey, look, it's greater than 3,000 where it was for a long time.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then the US dollar, it just keeps dropping lower and lower and lower. Chicago and Rio at 38%. Yep. So we have the Tokyo Map Asset Challenge going on. It concludes Friday, September 14th, which is tomorrow. If you weren't participating, you still have a slight chance of getting one. But did you see those map assets?
No.
No? Do you care about them?
No, actually, I do. I love Japan. And actually, a lot of the block explorers and stuff are super cool. So, yeah, I'll probably buy some secondary.
But you haven't seen them yet?
No. I've been slammed this week.
Okay. So these are the map assets that will be awarded to the players, 25 to players each day.
That's super cool. Oh, I like those a lot.
So they were sending them all, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. So they're giving away 100 of these.
Wow. Perry asks a question. Is the floor the lowest price property for sale, or is it the lowest price property that is sold?
That is the lowest price property that is currently for sale.
Correct.
At the beginning of each month, we'll discuss the sales from the previous month. I did say this week that we dive a little deeper into it, but that did not happen on my preparatory work because I just ran out of time with everything going on with the fam and life and work. We had an inspection this week at work, so extra hours, extra work. So happens.
Yep. Cheese says she likes the middle row the best. Is that the one with the big eyes? The big old anime eyes? Yeah, I like those. Yeah, the first ones look dead and scary a little bit. And so the last ones, honestly. Just the ones it looks like the ones in the middle are being guarded by demon cats on either side. I want them all. They are adorable.
So 2023 NFL player legit.
Cats.
Go back to the cats.
We like the cats. Yeah, no, I just don't want to talk about football. I like the cats. Oh.
We'll talk about football. Couple of things. They did change it up this year. And, last week we talked about it's probably not going to be out till week 4, crossing our fingers that week 4 is going to happen. They mixed it up. They're going to have 3 different bundles that you can buy, and they are mixed essential bundles. And it's basically common legits from multiple teams, and you have no passes. They'll be exclusively sold in the Upland store and will be available all season without any quantity limitations. Then you have the team essential bundle, and basically it's the same thing as the essentials, but it's to a specific team. And then you have the variety pass bundle. This is a little different. These, you have the opportunity to get a pass legit, and they will, you'll have to register weekly to participate in those sales. And this is where a lot of questions come into it, is if you have to register, then participate in the variety pass bundle. Once the mementos are made with the stats and the fire and all that fun stuff, you'll be able to exchange your passes for the mementos. Which is different because last season you'd go to the store, you'd register, and you could get early access based off of your fan score, and you could buy the mementos, you could buy the game ball, the jerseys, the hat, blah, blah, blah. This sounds like it's going to be issued in passes, and you exchange it, and it's going to be a variety of what memento you're going to get.
Yeah, no, I mean, that tracks. I mean, we've seen the pass exchange system now in place for several other of the big brands. It seems to have worked really well, I think, to stimulate the economy, because you get, the initial transactions and then the initial trades of the passes on speculation. You get the collection aspect, and then you get the redemption and even post-redemption trades. So it's a great way to stimulate the economy. I still am waiting for a lot of the promises that have been made for NFLPA. And I know that I'm not even one of the vocal ones or one of the ones who's like really hurt by it. So I can't imagine, for those who have invested heavily, what that's like.
Absolutely. Now, they do say that you get an advantage based off of your fan score into specific fan challenges, and it gives you a slight edge. It just said a slight edge.
It did. I remember that. It was like a very odd thing to say, like slight edge, like calm down.
Right. Hey, and what are you going to do with the stadiums? You built a handful of stadiums. You used to have to travel to the stadiums. Now everything's available in the Upland store, regardless of where you're located. And And you had people that were speculating on, people were going to be going to the stadiums to purchase the legits, and they could set up Metaventures or cafes or all kinds of other stuff around the
Yeah.
stadiums.
No, well, I mean, if some of the earlier promises of NFLPA start to come to fruition, i.e., maybe exclusive events with NFLPA members, signings, things like that, guess what? Now you have stadiums that you can send people to. You have a cafe Metaventure you can virtually put people in. Like, yeah.
Okay. And I think this makes it a little more fair. You had only a handful of people that were willing to shell out 200,000 UpX for game balls each and every week. It sounds like there's the potential. I'm speculating here that you'd have the potential wager passes to acquire a game ball buying these bundles this way.
Yeah. No, I think it's a much smarter way to distribute it. I don't think that they were getting the turn through that they wanted with the other system. I think their pricing, I think they were still trying to get the pricing down. And so I think it'll be interesting if anybody crunches the number of like how much UpX they would have made if they sold all of their Mementos throughout last season, and then what the net value of their pack sales are this season. Because I think that would be a very telling result.
And then the interesting thing that I did like, the interesting thing that I found about the article is they snuck in all the way at the end is, oh yeah, as we're gearing up for the NFLPA season, we'll be parting ways with FC Porto. And
wait, what? I didn't even catch that.
It's right at the end. It says they'll be parting ways with FC Porto. As a result, there will be no new items or sales for FC Porto legits. Existing legits can still be traded in Upland, but however, going forward, our focus will shift to entire leagues like FIFA and the NFLPA rather than individual teams.
Okay.
It was just interesting that they kind of, oh, by the way, just kind of.
No, because that definitely wasn't like, because I actually read that article because I was curious. I was like, I bet they're going to do the pass thing and then the packs. And I was like, yep. But no, I didn't. I obviously didn't get all the way to the end.
Yeah. So they snuck that one in. Metaventures Raid 1K celebration. They have officially launched over 1,000 Metaventures across Upland. Did you realize that?
Wow. Congrats. Way to go, Upland. That's awesome.
And they're going to give away 10 lost Chicago properties in the drawing.
Love it.
And it went from Tuesday to Thursday. So pretty much it's about over. You had to register and yeah, you earned your points, usual ways. And they had 2 days of drawings. So
very cool.
It's nice that they give away the property. I like it when they do this to give away the missing properties than versus the madness and luck of the internet speed and your clicking ability and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that we'll see this be a lot more common, like giving away the extra properties versus auctioning. They haven't really done a big auction lately, eh?
No, they haven't done a landmark in a while. They haven't done the auction house in a while. So I don't know if the interest just died down. Maybe they did it too frequently, so it was overkill. Maybe they think about doing the auction house once a quarter. And then, the functionality to the landmarks. Okay, they're landmarks. You can see them in the maps on the city, but what else with them? So there's a lot of stuff still looking for functionality out there.
Yeah, that's fair.
And black screen. So let's see here. The other thing talk about here is, where'd it go? Oh, there it went. Where'd you go? Is the real question. Too many screens. And 12 days, 13 hours, 20 minutes, and counting to the chapter 2 of Totems.
So does that just mean that they're going to tell us what it is in 12 days? Or does that mean that that's when the sale is? What was the last countdown?
That is, it just says chapter 2 coming soon. And the last count, I can't remember what the last countdown said, but it just said Chapter 2 coming soon.
Yeah. So like, I don't know if the reveal, it feels like you would want to toucans and pandas are next. Wait, is this true? Did we miss this? Can you click it? Can you go down? They're gonna drag these totems over. I thought they were gonna drag it out for a year or more.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that
I'm very surprised
that the next round's coming this quick.
Absolutely. I'm shocked. Like, I'm glad I saw it before I mean, I was gonna start going a little bit more crazy on the secondary market this weekend. And now I'm definitely not. Like, wait, hold on. If they're gonna release more this soon, the market's already saturated. Like, unless you got a pretty good roll, most of these are selling for not very much net, I don't think. But maybe people
they're still
good.
So there's still a nice little markup.
I don't
know. So how'd you do?
Hold on. Wait, is that true?
Is which thing true?
I thought they were gonna do it in waves. They're gonna launch all the totems and then it's gonna go.
I'm gonna reread the guides and tutorials.
I'm very confused.
I'm gonna reread the guides and tutorials on that one.
Yes, do it. Pull it up.
Hold on, I wanted to pull something else up really quick.
Oh.
You know what I don't like?
They're never going to be anymore. Yeah, no, that's true. That's all the dragonflies and palm trees. That's true, yes. I just thought that they were going to turn those on and then have them run, and then the next round, like.
I don't like having the a meta venture where you manufacture stuff for map assets, and then you get a map asset, because it's very hard to find stuff under your hundreds of map assets while you're looking for one thing.
Yes. It's all the way at the bottom if you're looking for your totem.
Yeah. Yeah, it is all the way at the bottom.
I know.
Now, have you seen...
No, they all have to be on the map to start earning Protem. What? Madness. Okay, well then I'm definitely holding out because, okay, so what that means is that until we start earning it, we're really not going to know what the variations are. Like, in the sense of how important certain capabilities are until we get more information. Then, like, hey, this affects the stamina, this affects the frequency. Like, what impact is that really?
So if you wanted to know a little more about your percentages of your totem, you can come to Sunny Labs and
I got
put your information in sunnylabs.xyz/totems/stats. You can either enter your totem code or you can input all the styles. I do have the dragonfly totem that is the color blue, and it just breaks down the rarity and gives you your percentages for the different attributes.
Wait, okay, can you do one of mine? Look at this beauty.
What is the number on that?
3D 70.
3D 70?
Yes, sir.
Dragonfly?
Palm tree.
Palm tree.
Holy cow, that's weird that the palm tree has a lower rarity, like the dragonfly is more rare. That doesn't make any sense.
I think it's the higher your rarity score, the better.
Oh, the higher the rarity, the better.
Yeah, which is usually backwards.
Like 100 would be the rarest.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, and yours was what, 81?
No, it was that was the
higher is better. Oh, okay. Higher is better.
I forgot what my number was. It was 5 something. Ah, crap. And now I got to go all the way to the bottom of my map assets again to get
Don't
it.
you have it in your pictures?
On my phone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Just pull over.
5B7C.
100 is the llama. Oh, okay, got it. So it's essentially 78 out of 100. It's a gotcha. It's like that makes sense.
Yeah. So mine was a 71.
Oh, so mine's rarer.
Oh, wait, no, I was a 6B7C. Okay, there you go. 6B7C. There you go.
No.
So the palm tree, if you had the palm tree, it would be an 81, but I got the dragonfly. So
it's still rare.
So it's interesting that a lot of the totem codes are the same. You'll have more dragonflies that don't have a counterpart for a palm tree, but yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just the code, right?
Right.
So
nothing in particular. How many did you end up with?
3. I got 2 like little dragonflies that are probably nothing. Well, here we can pull them up. 7G, 8D. Dragonfly 66. So it's not terrible. And then the other one is 5G, 9C. 68. Yeah. So, I mean, sub 70. But they're cool. Like, I really like them. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see other animals. Obviously, I am more than hoping there is a turtle totem. My little turtle heart would be so happy, and I would be buying them all. I'd be like, all of my turtles. And I will be the Cruella de Vil of turtles. Yeah. Are you still looking for your thing again?
Nope. I was scrolling through the totem page.
How many did you end up getting?
I just got the 2.
Yeah.
I just got the 2. Because, yeah, I'm okay with 2.
So I found the person who had the dragonfly to my palm tree.
Oh, did you?
They wanted like 300,000.
Nah, pass.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think I would have gone to 250.
And it's a dragonfly.
I know.
I mean, it's a dragonfly.
I know, but like it's my matching. It's the matching one.
Right. So. I get it, but still.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Whatevers.
Well, we'll be interested to see where that goes.
Yeah. No, I like it. Again, the art's super cool. It's a fun concept. I'm excited to see. Is it really pandas and toucans? How can we confirm this? I feel like I need to confirm this. I'm going to lose my mind. Because that doesn't even make any sense. It was pollinators and whatever. I haven't seen any go below floor yet. I thought I saw some cards selling for below USD before turn-in. But yeah, you're right. It is still pretty hot. The market is pretty hot. I think you can still probably get 90. What were they? They were 60.
I've seen a lot going for 77,000 UpX, 100,000 UpX. So
77,000 UpX. You're breaking even.
Yeah.
That's 70. Anything. If anybody's selling a totem for under 100,000, ping me. Like, I'll take any totem.
Somebody went kind of ham with it for some reason.
Daddy D.
I wasn't throwing names out there.
I will. That dude went nuts. He got like 14. What's wrong with him?
Yeah.
I've seen 90, 120 bucks USD. Yeah. Again, I don't know if they're selling. Like, I would be curious if they're actually moving through because, everybody I think that wanted to buy 1 USD had a chance. Because, I mean, my queue was pretty bad and I could buy 1 USD. So, you know that there's going to be another launch in 12 days. That means that there's probably going to be another launch after that in 2 weeks, right? I got my second totem for $80 secondary market. Yeah, I mean, that's solid. For sure. A mystery legit in London sold for 57 in the store. Yeah, okay. 57 is at a loss. Like, or you know,
we can ask Shaq how they're doing through her shop, because I know she was one of the first to throw the passes up in her shop.
Oh yeah. UpX prices are high. I'm waiting on a second launch note for better luck. Yeah, especially if this is how they're doing it every 2 weeks or so. If they're going to be launching another totem, set of totems to the 5,000, it's definitely going to be saturated. The first buyout was quick, but there was an oversaturation of people trying to secondary sell. Like there was definitely like a spike and then a little bit of a worry, because I think a lot of people, $60 is not $5, right? Like people put $60 in, and then there was a little bit of a panic, and there was definitely some short selling for a minute. And then people started to realize, oh, okay, maybe we can start making some money on it. But
so Shaq sold 25 passes on secondary. Have you sold any totems on secondary or just the passes?
That's awesome. Well, she can't sell.
Oh, because they're map assets. That's right. Sorry. She's a variety. She's got her variety shop up.
25 passes. Get it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Ooh. All right. When Dak shows up backstage, he's off camera right now. So when he gets there, I will get him on. Now, Dak's there, ready to bring him on. So Upland Racing League's hitting week number 3. They got some, hopefully he can talk about some of his big announcements, but let's get him on. There you go. Passes were $77 to $120 US in Shaq's shop in Detroit. All right. So from one of the co-founders of the Upland Racing League in their second season and heading into their third race with a lot of exciting stuff going on announcement wise. Hopefully he can share some of the stuff with us. None other than Dak. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Glad to have you back.
Thank you. I know Mass Chef is here because I told him, I want to talk about this, and this. And he's like, no, you don't. No, you won't.
Does Mass want to jump on with us? We can get him the invite.
Then maybe he will let us talk about it if he's on.
Let's see here. I got you can forward I'm trying to find the group chat, but you can forward the link to him. And there it is. I found it.
Oh, you got it?
Got it. Oh, nope, I don't. Wrong thing.
I got it.
Okay.
I don't like to bring people into other people's shows unless, I've been given permission.
Yeah, absolutely. So how did last week's race go?
So last week, that was quite interesting. Matsuda killed it. I mean, he got the fastest track record. He took first place. He won his heat. He did really well. What was interesting, though, was the person who took second place. The Ninjas, your boy KO representing.
Get it.
And he qualified in his heat. And he was like, so in the final race, we always have just 6 cars driving, right? And so he was like number 4 or 5 coming into the finish line. And he hit the boost. I guess he had a boost at the right time. And he ended up coming in ahead of like 2 or 3 other people to finish second.
Wow.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
that practice paid off. Those ninjas are dedicated to practice.
Yeah.
Well, and I was talking to him, and he's like, I'm not a big gamer and racing fan, but I'm competitive.
Ninjas in the house. Oh,
there you go.
The Ninjas, their map asset shop just opened up in Hyde Park,
right.
LA.
They got 2 shops today. I was listening to their show earlier today, and they were excited about theirs. Yeah, so they're blowing up in Hyde Park over there.
Get it.
Nice.
They've
Welcome,
also been. Oh,
let me welcome Mass Chef. I just brought him on, and glad to have you on finally, my friend.
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you guys.
Good. Last we talked was Vegas, so
I know, right?
Yeah.
So excited to be here. Excited to do some racing tomorrow, and I had to come on and watch the show tonight because Dak and I were talking prior to the show, and he is ready to just blab off at the mouth at all kinds of stuff. So I came on to keep him down a little bit. So, but you know
what aren't we allowed to talk about? Just tell us the things that we're not allowed to talk about. Well,
when you guys said that if you brought me on the show that maybe he would, maybe we would be able to say something. So, I mean, since he's not here to take all the credit for himself and I get to get a little bit of it, I'm going to let him go ahead and talk whatever he wants.
There it is. There we go. We just got blank check.
So now you know how to do it. Now you know how to do it. Bring on Mass and you can have whatever you want.
Now, Mass, you killed it the first week. What happened the second week?
I'll tell you what, KO Ninja brought it to the house, man. Not just that, Matsuda had laid down a beautiful run right from the gate. So, he had an awesome run, but KO coming back in, I mean, he was in fifth place, and unbeknownst to all of us, he had saved a little boosty right for the end, and blew past me, blew past one other person, and jumped right into second place. Knocked me down to fourth place, the other driver down to third. So I was in the top three at least until KO came around. So that's all right, because I got his number this week.
There you go.
Last week, I felt bad for a lot of our new racers. So Uplando, Morchis, Eddie, Arshak, they all ran into technical difficulties. So for whatever reason last week, people were losing connection to the server, and they would just trying to reconnect the server, and that was that. You couldn't do anything. So, but the way we looked at it is, okay, there's no more RNG, right? So the luck factor is out. But now, you might blow a tire, or you might blow, a gasket for whatever reason, and it's beyond your control. Now the technical difficulties are the beyond your control kind of element. So some people might get just dinged with technical difficulties, and it just wasn't your race that week. So it still adds a little bit of excitement, because even some of the best drivers might just get, locked out.
That's kind of interesting.
Sense. Yeah.
It's a way to look at a bug as a feature and not a bug,
Oh, wait a second. Hold up. I'm real slow. I'm real slow. Holy cow. I was like, dang, that's pretty cool that they implemented that. I got to check that out. That's pretty. Oh, wait. They're just ragging on their janky technology.
No.
Not at all. Because honestly, it's just it's no different than blowing a gasket if you're in a real race, right? You go out on the track, you've done your warm-ups, you're lining up to go, you slam on the gas pedal, and all of a sudden you blow a rod through the header. You're all done.
Sure.
There's no difference.
That's a once in a career situation, because if it happened every other race, no one would do it. Are you insane?
Well, we'll see what happens this week and see if they run into technical difficulties. And if they continue to run into technical difficulties and they are the rookies, well, then it might be a rookie issue and not I'm just saying.
Here comes a conspiracy for Morchis. She thinks KO paid to mess up her race.
I know.
Week 2 seemed pretty competitive. Some people moved up that we rode off in week 1. Week 3 is coming up tomorrow on Friday, September 15th. We are hosting the season finale. We race the final race. We sponsor that. So looking forward to that. Hopefully everybody keeps that competitive.
Well, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, let me tell you, it is going to be interesting, because ever since week 1, when I basically blew everybody off the track, everybody kind of took that to heart, boy, because let me tell you, they are definitely on the tracks throughout the week practicing. We got Mementos who's filling in for Eddie this week as a sub driver, and he has been on every time I go into the racing app, I see him on there with a track started. So these guys are going at it hard, and I expect the competition to get way, way better. I expect the leaderboard to tighten up even more. We got 3 tied at the top right now, and I think it's really going to blow up and just be a super competitive season, and super excited for it.
Now, if people
I want to
interested,
talk a little bit.
Is the leaderboard posted somewhere where everybody can go and see it? Do you guys post it to Twitter so it's out there? Is it just on your Discord or?
Hold on. I know you have something to. Let me just find it here.
Okay.
Anyway, so Matt, real quick. So that's exactly where I was at treasure hunting. Like day 1 treasure hunting, I was blowing people away. I was like, oh, you got nothing of me. By like the second week, everyone had like got it down. I was like, oh, dang. And it's always gotten more insane from there.
And so if you look at this, are you able to see the leaderboard?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you have 3 at the tied for 21. So technically someone could have like 33 points by the end of tomorrow, right? Which would be a massive lead. But I made a commissioner's note on the server about this. Tomorrow's qualifier heat, the first qualifier heat, is going to have like 5 of the top 6 it's going to have like 4 or 5 of the top 6 racers. So Matt Chef, TB 125, Matsuda, KO Ninja are all in the first heat.
So somebody from that heat gets knocked down to 7th place no matter what.
3, right? So because only the top 3 from each qualifier heat make it to the final for the tops for one of the top 6 spots, right? So some of these people are not going to make it into the final, which means they're going to at best qualify for 7th position. So, but as you can tell, Uplando has had some rough times. I know he fired his whole pit crew week 1. I don't know what his plan is for week 3. So it'll be interesting to see what he comes up with. Eddie, he called in sick. No, he's busy, and Mementos, he's building a name for himself in the racing community. He's racing in all different types of racing racing servers, and he's pretty fast. I do have to say, tomorrow's track.
Oh no, okay. I thought you were bringing it.
I am, of course I am.
Thought you were going to mention our race that we had earlier, because I know it's coming. So
tomorrow's track is fast. 154 is pretty much where you're going to need to be able to qualify for like the top levels. 153 is one of the fastest we've seen, and right now 153.6 is by this fella right here.
Oh,
yeah.
And no one has been able to beat that. And I'm like, hey, Matt, all right, let's race. Let's see if you're ready for tomorrow. He's like, oh, I'm going to crush you. I'm like, no, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you senseless. He's like, you won't. No way. Crushed him by a second.
Oh,
beat me by almost a full second. Yeah. So I was
correct.
He laid down a fast lap. The average fastest lap has been 1:13.780 roughly, and he came in at 1:13.680 something, and just kind of crushed it out of the water. So yeah, it's a super fast track. It's a lot of fun, and tomorrow's race is going to be really exciting.
Yep. And so that's, I think, and I think it's going to continue to be this way. The next week is going to be the Kingdom track. I love that track. Obviously, I have personal connection to that because I helped with getting the design of that built out and everything. So it's a really nice track. It looks great on paper. It has a lot of different turns. It's a little slower than tomorrow's track. Tomorrow's fast. That one is more technical. So it's going to be fun to see just kind of how racing evolves and how folks kind of come into it. So yeah, that's the fun URL stuff.
Awesome.
So can you share any of the big news that you have in the works? Any of it?
All of it.
All right. So I can say that. Well, go ahead, Mass. Go ahead, Mass. Go ahead.
No. You say one, and
you'll say the other, and then you say the other.
Right.
You'll go back and forth.
You say the first biggest one. I'll say the second biggest one about the thing that we were trying to do earlier that we couldn't do. That we're trying to do later.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
Holy cow! Sorry, no, we have a lot going on.
Because there's a lot going on. Yeah, it's time.
Yeah. So URL is about to blow up tomorrow, and I don't know when this. This goes live, right? So tomorrow.
We are live.
We are live.
Well, I mean the recording. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
We're just hoping some people aren't listening.
Yeah. Upland will be making an announcement about URL racing, as we will be casting in the Upland cafes in partnership with Upland.
Nice.
What? That's awesome.
And post race, we will be going over to the cafe and hanging out and talking to people about what happened during the race. We'll have some of the drivers there, and people will be able to just mingle. And our goal is to turn these drivers into superstars.
That's cool.
Nice. Awesome. So are you going to up sponsorship fees in the future then?
Whoa, hey, I think we get grandfathered in on that.
Yeah.
You better check it. You better check it.
So let me just say something. One thing here about that and about the sponsors fees and what the sponsors are doing for us and what the goal is for URL and the goal for MRNN Network. And that is, we want to make a path to professional racing in Upland. That's what the goal is, right? And in order to do that, you have to bring on, you have to have a road to get there. There has to be some way to get there. And so we're trying to build a network of ways to get to that space, right? To be that elite driver, to be the one that's making the UPICs and pulling in the big stuff. And it's the sponsors that we have with you guys that it's the sponsorships that we have like you guys that are making that a reality. And the hard work that Dak and everybody is putting into URL, and it's just awesome. And we can't thank our sponsors enough. And as far as raising sponsor fees, we'll see. Right now I like where we're at. I like right now we're bringing in the biggest prize money of any league that's currently in operation, and we want that to be kind of the gold standard for racing in Upland, and that's slowly coming to reality.
Maybe you guys should have a platinum sponsor and we'll be the first. I'm just saying.
Well, we'll have to see what rolls around. I mean, we've got lots of seasons to come, and so you don't know what's going to happen.
And I just kind of posted this earlier today because someone was asking about how do I get to be a driver. Some of you heard about the fact that we're doing relegation and promotion in our league, right? Because we're going to have different types of racing. And I mentioned the different seasons. Q1 is going to be our Stock Car Pro series. And the reason moved it to Q1 was because Stock Car Pro races April to December. So that this way we're racing in stock cars during the off season of stock car. So during the on season of stock car, we can collaborate, right? So, the idea of being able to do stock car things in Upland with Upland and Stock Car Pro. So we're just giving ourselves, setting ourselves up for that. And that's the lead into Mass's message.
Yeah, so hopefully we will have an exclusive tomorrow during the race. We will be broadcasting, hopefully, if all goes well this evening, we will be broadcasting the exclusive first look at the stock car race car racing live in Upland. It will be the first one that races, and we will have an exclusive peek on it.
Very nice. Congratulations there. And I love that they reached out to you guys, the work that you've done to be part of the first stock car racing in Upland. So that's awesome. Congratulations, fellas.
Get it, boys.
Yeah. So hopefully, if all works out this evening the way it should, then we will see that tomorrow during the show. So,
all right, Dak, what's the next big announcement?
No, that one has to wait till next week.
Teaser. You got to come back next week for Dak's update to find out the big announcement. He's going to just string us along.
Oh my God. I almost forgot about that one. I know which one you're talking about too. Man, I almost forgot about that one. There's so much other big stuff going on. I don't know. There's just so much going on.
We have a few things happening.
Get it.
Busy working. No, awesome. Thank you guys so much for taking time, joining us. Definitely stop back next week. Let us know how this week finished up as we're approaching mid-season next week. And we can't wait to hear the next big announcement. I mean, you already dropped some nice exclusives that you got going on, and can't wait to hear your next week's announcements too, fellas. Thanks so much. And
looking forward
to next week. And
thank you.
We'll see you guys on the track.
All right.
Cheers.
Awesome.
More cheese likes your applause machine. I agree.
You agree. Awesome. All right. So I am hopefully this weekend I will have a whitelist form out, and coming soon to the UpX Podcast manufacturing and showroom, looking for pre-list who's interested in what. Some map assets should be rolling out hopefully just in time for the holiday season.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I should be getting these rolled out pretty soon. And this is the harvest pillar.
I need to get on I got to get my ninja things. Dang it.
So this is not made out of stone. This is made out of plastic. This is something you'd buy at like Spirit's Halloween store or something. So it's going to be easy to manufacture, but will look pretty cool in your yard. I'll have a nice little form, and there's going to be 3 map assets coming this way, and this will be one of them. And I'll get that out, post it on Twitter. I'll post it in the link in here so you can go ahead and fill out the Google form saying that you're interested in some of these. Next one is what I call the Midnight Reaper.
Wait, so are these already approved? Did Jennifer already get it approved?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Anyway, we'll connect.
Yeah. So this is supposed to be a 6 meter. We'll see once it hits the factory if it really ends up being that way. So this is supposed to be an 18-foot Grim Reaper.
Whoa, that would be huge.
Yeah, so it's basically about the size of the apartment or a townhouse.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so this guy's going to be a giant.
I'll be very curious to see how much spark that'll take.
Me too. And it was nice that I didn't have to draw in the guide wires or have to require the guide wires, since there's no weather in Upland. They just kind of stay upright all the time.
That's funny.
So this will be, I'll gauge the interest on this one. And then this is the third one that will be coming soon, is Coffin's Bony Secret. Nice little thing that sits on your front yard.
That's dope.
Little guy creeping out, looking at you. So, yeah, be excited to get these manufactured.
Where do you store? Joseph wants to know where to store them in the off season. I know where to store them. Do you know where to store them?
On an abandoned property.
Creedmoor, fool. Go buy some properties in Creedmoor. It's Halloween all year round there.
There you go.
Done. Drop the mic.
Yeah.
Shaq knew what's up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I should have a form out by the end of the weekend, getting people whitelisted. I'm not taking any down payments or anything. It's just to gauge interest. So when they do hit my shop, I can manufacture the priority first and get those out there and hopefully get them out there in time for Halloween. So I should have probably about a month to manufacture before Halloween hits. So excited for those.
We got to find out, like, can you give me some, like, if you get a huge demand, like, we got to talk to Jennifer, like, how hard would it be for you to, like, pass over 20 of them for me to start manufacturing?
Yeah.
We should ask her that. Like, actually.
Yeah.
But
I can send a message.
Yeah. Because I don't have anything manufactured. I feel bad. The Ninjas got me. They have some map assets that hopefully I'm going to get pushed through, and then we'll start manufacturing it for them. But in the meantime, if I can throw some of these in.
Yeah.
I think we got to wait do you know how much spark hours these things cost yet?
I do. I know that they're approved and they're coming soon. It's been a while since I've had them in the pipeline waiting for approval from Upland. I mean, there's a bottleneck. We all know the bottleneck. So
yeah,
I know I got the message that it's approved. It's coming soon. They understand that Halloween's coming. So I know the team, the message from Jennifer was, hey, you should hear something, pretty soon, and they should be coming to your factory pretty soon. So I know that I've had them in for a long time and they're here, and hopefully they'll be here pretty soon. For how much and how many and how much, still waiting I submitted a very large sum to be produced, because the whole concept, I did have some talks with a bunch of people on Upland about, hey, this isn't made out of the organic material. This is the stuff that you will buy in Halloween stores that you put out in your front yard. It's not made of stone. It's not made of wood. It's plastic. It's foam. It's a combination of both, so there's a lot of discussion there. Toss Shack did an amazing job on the design. That's Tosshead and Shacklin. They did the designs. I gave them the initial concepts, and they put this together, and Land for Land had some work in there too. So very excited for that partnership there. And and I got more coming, but these should be hitting the store soon as I get the spark hours and how many. Definitely be the rolling out. But the concept there is some of the stuff I'm looking to price some of the stuff from just at like 4,999 UpX and $4.99, the equivalent USD, up to $19.99. The taller beast will be more expensive. Still got to find out the spark hours and mint on all that, and we'll find out what the taller ones, because the Grim Reaper is not the Midnight Reaper is not the only tall beast I have coming. There's more. So I got those coming. We'll see what that all plans to be. The tall ones, I'm unsure of the price, but most of the stuff I'm going to price between just about 5K UpX and 20K UpX and the US dollar equivalent. So that is where I'm at with those. And then we have the Upland Fantasy League. Week 1's in the books. I got smoked by Mars, Utah. You got smoked by T. Davis.
Dude, it was such nonsense. So I actually was at the bar.
Oh, you didn't get smoked. Max Life got smoked by T. Davis. Dizzy beat you.
Yeah, I got smoked by Dizzy, and it was so frustrating because I'm at the bar right in Dallas. It's Sunday night. It's the big game. And Dallas immediately starts crushing it. It's the most bizarre game I've ever seen. The defense is doing all the touchdowns. So I'm like, this is awesome. Dallas is doing great. My QB and my running back, and I think I had a third person, like, we're all on the Dallas team. I'm like, I'm going to be getting so many points. It was all the defense. The offense never got to play. They scored miserably, and I would have had it. And it was heart-wrenching because I was like mad at the Cowboys, but everyone at the bar was insanely excited because we crushed it. But I'm like, ooh, boo. And they're like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, you don't understand. You're not in a fantasy league. And they were all like, yes, we are. Anyway.
So you made new friends is what you're saying.
No, I hate all of those people.
Jesus.
Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah. Were we not being honest tonight? Sorry. I mean, they were awesome. I hope to run into them again.
So week 2, Boulder Magic's already up on me on Thursday Night Football. Yep. That's great.
Already up on you.
SC Kicker Max Life. Both shooting for their first win. Undefeated Dizzy and Den of Wolves going each other. T. Davis and ThankMeLater. That would be a close match. Nisharin in Mars, Utah, and Franklin Bombers and Dark Leuth, a.k.a. TM. What is Boulder doing already that he's...
Dude, he's right. What is happening?
Oh, Devonta Smith. Oh, 3 receptions, 123 yards, and a touchdown. Oh, got the 100-yard receiving bonus. Nice. I got to put a tight end in this week. All right. There's work to do.
Dude.
Work to do.
You lost.
I didn't lose yet.
You've lost.
No.
Facts.
I hope I come back and whoop them. Whoop them. All right. Let's hear. We have covered everything. You got anything before we get out of here?
Dang it. I thought I did. But no.
Thought you did.
No, I don't.
No, you don't. All right. What's going on over there? You got a lot of...
I have no idea. Like my screen, there's like all of a sudden like this like notifications just keep popping up and I can't get rid of them. It's like insanity.
All right.
I'm trying to ignore them.
Well, you got that going on. Great episode 200.
Oh my God, it was episode 200.
Yeah. I mean, I don't, as much as it's episode 200, you had Uplando who did every day in the cafe last year, and the Goldsmith is doing it, 4 or 5 days a week this year. So those guys are hosting something every night talking about Upland. So they're
but you don't celebrate the episode count of the news, brother. We're MASH. We're the longest running series happening. I think Simpsons is now the longest running series.
The Goldsmith tried accusing us of changing her. Well, he didn't accuse us of changing her name. He just said people were in debate that we changed her name. And then I had to educate him. I said, no, we never changed her name. The UPX podcast, UPX always stood for Upland Property Experts. We just always shortened it to UPX just because it was easier to say. And then when we went to YouTube for being able to be searched, we expanded it to our full name. I said, we're still the UPX podcast. But it was always the Upland Property Experts.
Theme song, brother. It's in the theme song.
It's still the same. That's where we started, and that's where we'll be.
That's how we roll.
Yeah. All right, everybody, be safe, have fun, and see you out there in the metaverse. Till next week.
The Upland Podcast with the property expert. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host who's stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland Property Xperts, baby, UPX.